My name is Xavier Long. I am currently 20 years old. The first time I had an interaction with DYC, I was 11 years old. There's points in times where I have felt somewhat safe at DYC, but I think as an overall feeling, it's hard for anybody to feel safe.
Xavier had been hospitalized multiple times prior to being committed to DYC. During those hospitalizations, it had been recommended that he have residential treatment for the severe self-harm, suicide attempts, and suicidal ideation. I was told by the DHS worker and his probation officer that there wasn't really any more I could do as a parent, that I had tried, and that if I really wanted to keep him safe and not lose him, that I needed to let the professionals step in and commit him to DYC where they could actually help him.
I was actually recommended through the hospital because of my numerous hospitalizations that I received residential treatment. However, my insurance did not want to pay for that. So what my probation officer had recommended was that I get committed to DYC and that the state could fund that for me. How my mom felt about me going into DYC was, I feel like she was just really scared to lose her son. She was slowly watching me fall apart and didn't really know how to help me. So I think that was really a last resort for her. That was what she felt would have been best for me and would have just kept me around. Definitely like to use profanity, kind of just any verbal degradation they could use. A lot of times, especially when kids were getting restrained or anything like that, it was definitely calling them a bitch, telling them that they aren't as big and bad as they think they are and that they don't run shit there. Everybody's on edge. We several restraints a day. Staff just kind of fed up with everything and ready to just definitely go hands-on over the smallest things. I was placed in the wrap on several different occasions. They'll start with the legs and work their way up. It has more straps so it can be tightened. They generally pull those as tight as they can get you. It constricts your rib cage a lot, so it makes breathing really hard. You can't really move your hands or anything like that. And kids can be in that for hours at a time. It's almost like a torture device. I mean, you can't move, you can barely breathe. You can't even turn your head to look around. I mean, staff can be behind you. I definitely think it makes things a lot worse in that it's completely and utterly traumatic. Staff preach so much about understanding and acceptance and taking a nonviolent approach at things, and then when there's any sort of adversity, the first thing they resort to is a violent approach. The restraints are definitely completely different in areas where there are no cameras or that the cameras have blind spots. It's definitely a lot more excessive. There's an area at Lookout that's kind of on the side of the gym near the dining hall where there's kind of a small area of grass and concrete where the cameras can't see, and I mean, I've been restrained over there and I had staff throwing punches, digging their nails into my skin, pulling my hair, trying to move me, kicking me. When I was still on assessment at Mount View, staff actually had his knee on the back of my head and repeatedly slammed my face into the ground, resulting in busted my lip a couple different places. My nose was bleeding very profusely. I just had other staff knee striking me. Where staff generally kind of knee strike kids is definitely in the upper thigh area. Staff have been known when they get really excessive with it and a kid is moving during a restraint, it'll lead up to ribs and sometimes to the neck and head.
Having a child in DYC and knowing that they're using things like the wrap and the restraint methods that they use, is literally horrifying. Xavier sustained multiple injuries during these restraints. There were times that the DYC staff did tell me that it was kind of a futile attempt on my part to attempt to keep advocating for him and to push in so harshly with them. And I remember one of the directors telling me, you know, he's really not your son anymore. He belongs to the Department of Youth Corrections.
I don't think that slamming kids on their face is going to work for everybody or really anybody. I mean, I don't think that a violent approach to things is going to be beneficial. I think there needs to be some sort of education on what the different mental health diagnoses that they deal with look like and what is beneficial to treat those, and how that you can combat that in a positive manner rather than just combating it with violence.